Welcome to America's Top Rebbetzins. May Hashem watch over all the Jewish people, bring all the hostages back today, and give enormous strength to all the IDF soldiers, including Eliezer Raphael Leib ben Emuna, Ezriel Yedidia ben Sarah Bela, Gavriel Asher ben Chaim Yitzhak, and Gavriel Eitan ben Miriam Chaya. Please click on the subscribe button to subscribe to us on the America's Top Rebbetzins YouTube page, or click follow to follow us on your podcasting app so that you are the first to know when an inspiring new episode is posted. My name is Vera Kessler. I am a certified life coach and I specialize in transformational and accountability life coaching. I help guide women from victimhood to redemption, and I help them go from being scared and people pleasing to step into themselves, the highest version of themselves, the selves that they would be if they weren't afraid to do anything. It's a very, very powerful journey. And if you'd like to talk about it, I offer a free discovery call, and you can make an appointment by clicking on my website, which is in the show notes below. Today, I'm very happy to welcome Rebbetzin Ruty David. Rebbetzin Ruty David is a formidable partner to her husband, Rabbi Yitzi David, and a mother to their 5 children. Her vivacious personality ensures that many people are drawn to her as she inspires everyone around her with her beautiful warmth and non-judgmental way of engaging. She is renowned for her relatable manner, as demonstrated by the many brides who seek her help to prepare for their weddings. She is authentic in her passionate commitment to spread Torah values. Thank you so much, Rebbetzin Ruty, for being here. Please tell us more about yourself and what you do.
Hello, good morning. Yes, so I live in London, thank God, and we have a beautiful family. We did live in Eretz Israel, and then we came here to help Klal Israel, to help the Jewish people. We've been here for like 14 years. And we try to show people and ourselves, first and foremost, the beauty of having God in our life and having Hashem in our life and just living a life of calmness and purity and excitement and happiness.
I love that. I love that because even when you say it, it just sounds so pure, sounds so wholesome, sounds so real and very, very authentic, which is so gorgeous. And I want to ask you before we begin diving into our topic today, I know that you do energy healing and I would love to hear about it. And I know so many other people would too. Can you explain to us what energy healing is and how that works?
Yeah, so your system is energetic. We
Yes.
are energy. Well, everything's energy around us. So just like if your heating system is blocked, you need to just release the blockage and then it flows again.
Yes.
So our energetic system sometimes gets blocked with traumas, with things that we don't like. And when we don't address our feelings, it gets blocked inside of us. We want to just find where it's blocked and then release it. So
Wow. Okay.
it's so powerful. It's changed me. It's changed my home. It's amazing. It changed people's lives. I'm so blessed to have this. There's a few modalities. This one is the EFT, where you tap on the meridians of your body to release the energy flow. And I'm also trained in spiritual healing. It's through meditation and imagery, that is for me my favorite one to go to. And I'm training in energy healing as well. It's more like energy kinetic testing with your body and stuff like that. But it's amazing.
And is that something you can do like via Zoom? Like, do you have clients
Yeah,
around the world?
yeah.
Wow, you can even, so you don't even have to be in the same room with the person to do the energy
Not
healing.
at all. And sometimes we even do camera off. So then the person actually supports themselves more and doesn't rely on the person who's guiding them. It's learning. I think it sounds similar to what you do. It's letting the person find their inner strength
Yes, that's
to
exactly what I
own
do. Yes.
themselves and then let go of the beliefs that are holding them back.
As 100, yes, it's 100% what I do. I love that.
Yes, it sounds similar.
And
It's
it's
amazing.
so empowering. It really is empowering because you're right.
Yeah.
A lot of time we have like blockages, mindsets that hold us back from
Yes.
being our full authentic selves. It really holds us back. And once those limited blockages are removed, when those energy
Yes.
blockages are removed, then we could really, really shine our light. And it's really very, very powerful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, today we're going to be talking about another beautiful topic. It's finding Hashem in ourselves and in other people. And this is exactly what we need to do today, to be able to see the good and the positive in ourselves and in each other. So it's interesting because I find that we tend to be very hard on ourselves, pulling ourselves down and not feeling good about ourselves. Sometimes we could be our own biggest critic. So, can you please explain to us how we can elevate ourselves by finding Hashem within ourselves? How can we find that spark of holiness, that spark of God within us that all human beings have, even with all our flaws?
Yeah, so we're so blessed to be a radiation of God. Like, if we just like think about it, it's just not normal. It's not normal that God Himself, Hashem Himself, chose us to radiate His light. Is just magnificent. Like, it's so humbling. So that is we try and remember who we are. We're not our anxiety. We're not our depression. We're not our bad parenting. We're not our faults. We are a light. And I have to separate myself. A part of me might have done wrong, but my true essence is light. So we all have powers from Hashem. We all have powers from God, our superpowers. And everyone has a different mixture, whether it's calm, caring, attentive, seeing the bigger picture, supportive. Now, there's the concept, which is wherever you have power, you're going to have struggle, because we need to have equal opportunity to really own ourselves.
Sure.
So our biggest struggle that we have today is our relationship between ourselves.
It's so true. Yes.
Yeah, because when I know me, I know God. Because when I acknowledge that I'm a soul, and I'm like, wow, I'm a soul, where's my energy come from? Wow, it comes from Hashem. So once you know Hashem. So your biggest power is going to be your biggest drawback. So our biggest gifts are going to be our biggest setbacks. So if I'm super attentive and good at listening,
yes,
then my soul will say, come on, let's act godly, let's listen, let's be attentive, let's care. And my yetzer, hara, my dark side, will jump in and say, sure, to you and you and you and you and you, but just not to yourself.
Okay.
So I find our first mission is turn inwards.
Okay.
And when I have sessions with people and I see how they're resisting, I'm like, one sec, you have a really good listening ear, and I know who they are already from what they present, what they're struggling with, because that is all your strengths. So I really try to teach myself and other people, take your strengths and use them inwards. If you're super good listening, listen to your inner world. Stop for a few seconds and be like, how are you feeling? And one day I stopped and I went, Ruty, are you a bit anxious? I went, what took you so long to notice? And I was like, whoa, I'm sorry. Because your intuition leads you. Our intuition is connected to Hashem. It's the truth.
Yes.
It's pure. We know all the answers. We're actually our best healers. Because when you listen to your intuition, it's attached to Hashem.
100%, completely. He's the one that gives us the information to guide us. Exactly.
Yeah, so it's trusting our intuition. I'd be like, yeah, I was like, yeah, I am anxious. Thank you for noticing. Like, hello, what about me? Like, you're helping everyone, but what about me? So I really got to concentrate on like stopping what's going on. Oh, that was a bit hard for you, isn't it? It's like, yeah, and I'm going to support you. So just take a time out to take all your strengths that people tell you you're good at and use it inwards. You know, if I was sitting down and I was starving, hungry, and I'm like, I'm not eating, I'm busy, I'm sure, Vera, you would come to me and be, Ruty, stop. I'm going to get you a good, healthy meal right now. Stop it.
Of course.
So then who gives me permission to just keep not eating or eat junk?
Right.
No friend would let you do that.
100%.
And sometimes when I want to trick my yetzer hara, the dark side of me, I'd be like, what would I tell someone else? And then I'd know all the answers. It's funny, I was in a session with a client and she was struggling to help herself. So I said, okay, I'm the client, you're me. And we switched roles. And suddenly she's like, look at me, I can do this.
That was smart.
So it's taking your strengths. If you're good at smiling at people, smile at yourself. If you're good at caring for people, care for yourself. And it's not like hours and hours. It's drip, drip, drip of little things. So of course we struggle with ourselves. And that's okay. It's owning it. It's like, oh, if I can struggle so much, it means I have so much in me.
It's so true. And that's such a beautiful way to look at it, because sometimes, people get stuck. People feel like victims, right? I was saying before, like, to help people get from victimhood to redemption.
Yes.
And because they feel like, oh, everything is happening to me. Everything is happening to me. This one said this. The situation is so horrible, and you're really getting down on yourself. But you're right. If we could help somebody else who would be in the exact same situation as we were, we know how to help ourselves. We just get stuck. It's our mindset. We just get stuck.
Yeah. And it's okay. It's an opportunity. Yeah, it's
exactly.
Okay we get stuck. It's what we do with the stuck. But what's really also really to be aware of it, your intuition will guide you when you learn to trust her more, is there's a balance. I can either, if someone upset me, I can sit with it for 5 days and be like, I know it's so hard, and like completely victimize myself. Or I can stop and be like, yeah, that's really hard, I know. And sit with it for, let's say, a few minutes. Your body will tell you how long. And then we can say, okay, how can I support you? So it's the balance of giving her that compassion within a boundary. So if I'm going to be too compassionate, I'm never going to get up. And if I'm going to be too strict, I'm never going to feel the compassion. So it's really boundarying what we have. And the more you trust yourself, your intuition, the more you're going to learn how to be her best healer. We have it in us.
It's so true. It's so true. And so, I want to flesh out this idea a little bit more about finding Hashem in ourselves, specifically in ourselves. I know in other people also, but like you were saying, like it's really we're really hard on ourselves, and it's
When I
really hard
start,
to look
if I
in
see
ourselves.
Hashem in me first,
Yes,
then I'm going to
exactly.
automatically see it in other people.
Yes, a
It's
hundred
how
percent.
I view other people. It's how I view myself. So if I think you're really
Yes,
selfish, well, God forbid,
yes,
it's really because that's part in me.
yes, a hundred
So,
percent.
so when I work on myself, right, as Hillel, the sage Hillel said, if not for me, who am I? Ain't a neely
Right,
milly. Yeah, if
right,
I'm not, but and if I'm only about myself, then who am I? So it's the
right.
boundary again of filling ourselves up to spill out to other people.
But so what would you say, if somebody came to you and they were really down and out on themselves, I can't do anything right, I can't make friends, I'm not smart, I can't cook, I can't this, like the whole thing, and they were just really down on themselves. How would you help them turn that around?
So to go to more of a core belief, like, first, I'm sorry that you feel this way and support them and let them sit with it for a little bit.
Yes,
And then what's the inner belief? And it always boils down to, with
I'm not
everyone,
good enough.
after we go deeper, I'm not good enough. Everyone goes
Right.
back down to it. And
Yep.
that's our pure yetzer hara. That's our even inclination. Because when I know I'm a soul, like, how can I not be good enough? How? How?
Right.
So
Right.
then once they accept they're not good enough, and then I invite them to look at their light and see their light. And it's fascinating. The more you look at your light, the bigger your light goes.
Okay, so tell me more about that, because that is fascinating. How
Yeah.
does that happen?
Okay, so go. Just close your eyes and invite yourself to see the part of you that is you, which is a pure radiation of Hashem, which is pure light, which is calm, which is grounded. What color would you see when you invite
So,
yourself to see you?
so when I'm doing it right now with my eyes closed, I see the color white.
So you see white and look at the white and describe me the white.
The white for me is like a flame going up. It's a white flame, like a white flame rising up to the sky.
And how does it make you feel to look at it and observe it?
It makes me feel tall and powerful and pure, like really pure.
So sit with that for a few moments of wow, I feel so tall. And there's no ego in this tall and power. It's just a humble. So just
Yes.
sit with it and own it. And notice the more you look at it and are like, wow, and the more you can integrate it, what happens to your light?
You're right. And there's more of it. Now
There's
it's like
more.
brighter. Now it's like all across. It's like a
Uh-huh.
horizon of lights. Yeah.
Yeah, and how amazing is that?
It's fascinating. Yeah. Yeah.
And wow, let's be even more curious. Wow, this light is so beautiful, so fascinating. Where's the source of my light coming from?
Yeah. It goes all the way up. It's from Hashem. Like I can
From
see it.
Hashem.
Yeah.
Because it's a mirror and it doesn't take long to see your light. And the more I see it, it comes in. Because it's really simple. We think to connect to ourselves is this big philosophical. No, just shh, silence, listen to intuition. It's just training. It takes time, but it didn't take you long. And
Right.
boom, it's there. And then once you own your light and you let it in, she'll guide you more and more. So we go from feeling down. Okay, I'm feeling down. Let's support her. Let's go. Sometimes we'll thank all the memories that we have because we know it's built up on memories. We're never going to have it from nothing. But I used to go to memories and now not so much anymore because let's go under the memories. What's attracting it?
That's deep. That's very
It's
deep.
very deep. Yeah. Because my teacher said to me, she goes, Mashiach's coming. There's no time. She goes, we're in the fifth dimension. We've got to just unpack, just clean out our vessel, clean out. So we go under, we send love to all the memories, we accept them. It could be from transgenerational, it could be from previous life. We send all of you love. And now let's work with what we've got, which is pure light.
And I love what you said about Mashiach coming because right now, all over the internet is this talk about this fifth dimension. Like I've heard it so much, at least in my world, what's coming
Yes.
to me. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? Because I think it's fascinating. I think it's like elevating to a higher consciousness.
It's a higher consciousness, and I haven't fully grasped it yet. So I'm
Okay.
still in the process of I can't put words to what I can understand of it. But again, there's more power in the world. There's more of us. We're healing. There's more healing power in the world, and let's just jump onto that. And it's not bad that we need to heal. It's okay because we're all a vessel, and I want to make space for Hashem. And all
That's
my
what it
pain
is.
blocks it, which is that's harsh to say, as in, but because I have beliefs about myself, so then I'm blocking that light coming in. And people do have super painful beliefs and they have so many painful memories to support it. And they might still be having these memories, life to support it. And it's super hard. And then when we have to find comfort in ourselves, but I'm light. and I'm going to radiate more and more light. And it's fascinating. When we radiate light, we sort of, there's not as much space for the pain because I'm supporting myself through the pain.
Wow.
It's so deep. I'm not sure if I even said that clearly, because we're saying it over in a logical way, but really it's feeling it as it's happening. It is hard. It's super hard and super painful. And yet I can still hold myself through that pain.
You know, it's so interesting because when you're saying it, I'm actually feeling it. Like you're talking, you're speaking in words, I'm hearing your words through my ears, but I'm feeling your words in my body. Like it actually really resonates for me because I've been saying this for quite a while now, you know, because I also work in the healing space. And there's so many healers now, so many more than when I was growing up, there was what? There was a psychologist, maybe for a few people. And it wasn't even popular back then. But now you have so many modalities of therapy, not just talk
Yes,
therapy,
it's
so
amazing.
many modalities. And I agree with you. I feel like it's because of the coming of Mashiach. I feel because we're all healing, we're preparing, like we're subconsciously preparing for Mashiach
Yeah.
to come. And you're right. The more we heal, the more each and every one of us heals, the more we make space for Hashem in our lives, and the more we're able to give that healing and that light of Hashem to others. So it
Yes.
radiates.
Yes. It's amazing. It's such a blessing to be able to find that light and then bring it in and integrate it. So your light was external. Try, breathe it in as well. So we want it in because it's from our soul resides, whatever that means, somewhere here. We
Hmm.
breathe it in, and when we're full, then we radiate out. And then if I'm radiating my light out, if you insult me, and my light is there to protect me, because I know who I am. But if it hurts, it's my opportunity to grow. So I'm gonna get hurt, as in like, because it's gonna make me better. And you might insult me, and I'm gonna be like, ha, who are you to say that to me? But really, so I'm gonna sit with my pain, and eventually I'll separate me and you and be like, that really hurt, and I'm so curious, what hurt inside of me?
You know, it's very interesting that you say that because one of the concepts I work with my clients is the concept of mirrors, which you briefly mentioned earlier. You know, what's going on around you is a reflection of what's going on inside of you. I think what you just said, if somebody
Yes,
insults you, there's a grain of something in there, it's a grain of truth that you can grow from. Not that you should, God forbid, be insulted or hurt or like, you know, in pain for the rest of your life, but that you could use that nugget to grow and to elevate yourself. And I think it's such wisdom there.
it's changed. It's been annoying because I can't blame my husband anymore. I can't blame the children
No,
anymore.
no, it's not, no more blame games. No more. It's almost like thank you. Thank you for saying this to me. Yeah, it was hurtful. Yeah, I didn't like it. Yeah, it was unpleasant. But thank you
Yeah, but
because
it's
I'm gonna grow
so it
from
takes
this.
off that fun of throwing on us other people. But I've been there, done that. It doesn't work. So I can say that hurt me, and I it did hurt me, and I'm going to say that hurt me from you,
Yes.
and then I'm going to have to learn to work inwards with me and be like, sit with my pain. Yeah, I know that hurt me so much. I feel so small. Maybe cry, and then be
Yeah.
deeper. And what did it make you feel? It made me feel so incompetent. Oh, and how come I feel incompetent? Where's my light? And then again, it's owning the pain and then separating from the person who gave it to me. And
Right.
some people they live with constant people who it's painful,
Yes.
and obviously everyone has to find their light within something. And some people it's much harder, and I'm not going to take away that from them. The
Right.
more I practice letting in, and the less I'm hurt, and then the quicker I bounce back when I am hurt.
Right. Exactly. Because you know what to do with it. You know what to do with the hurt.
Yeah, I'm blessed. I'm so blessed that I know what to do with my pain.
Right. Exactly. You're not blaming. You're not complaining. You're not being a
Yeah, it's
victim. You're
not
not
blame.
pointing
Yeah, it's not
outward.
blame, not victim. Yeah, it's wow, ouch, that super hurt me, and sometimes it will hurt me a lot, and that's still okay.
Exactly. Exactly. Um, exactly on that point, you know, because it's so important to know that we are holy and we have a piece of Hashem inside of us, a piece of God inside of us, like we've been talking about. And it's also important that we recognize that other people also are holy and they also have a piece of Hashem inside of them. Sometimes it's really hard to do that. You know, if somebody hurt us or somebody's constantly being mean to us, if they insulted us, you know, we tend to focus on the bad. Like just it's human nature. We tend to focus on the bad, tend to focus on the negative. So how can we find that spark of God in our family members, in our friends, in our fellow Jews when they don't always act in a godly way? You know, people don't always present as the light. People sometimes present as the
Yeah,
darkness.
and that's really hard,
Yeah.
and it's such a letdown
Yes.
for us to be like, it's really hard. So again, take the pain and sit with the pain, and be curious with yourself. Just, it sucks. This really sucks, and I can't believe I'm angry at that person. I'm frustrated at that person. I hate that person. Let it come out, because if it doesn't come out, it's staying in. Let it
Right.
out. Write it, sing it, draw it, meditate on it, speak it, find your avenue to express your feelings. Because if they're in, that's no good. We can't have them in.
Right.
And then we can sit with the pain, and then we can hopefully ask Hashem to help us to see the good. I'm not talking about abuse, and I'm not talking about stuff like that. I'm talking about hopefully in our normal day-to-day life.
Yes.
And there should be no space for abuse and people not being kind. So I was struggling with one of my daughters, and unfortunately, my yetzer hara was taking me to say not nice things. So I said, I'm going to switch it. So every day I'm going, I am such a great mother. My children are delightful. So I'm taking what I have and I'm trying to see their good. They are delightful. They're amazing. I'm just struggling. Yeah. It's my issue.
Right.
It's my issue. So I message a friend every day and we project where we want to be.
Ooh.
And it's funny as well because we're going, thank you, Hashem. I am so grounded. I am so thought through. I react calmly. I'm the best mother. I'm the best wife and the best friend. And then we have a little laugh because it's funny. But it's shifting me. It's shifting.
Right.
So I'm planting the seed of where I want to be. And what's fascinating, if people study the neuroplasticity of the brain.
Yes.
We said before, wherever there's power, there's resistance. So it's much easier to speak negative of people because that's easier. Because that's my dark side, making it easier for me.
Right. Oh, yes, for sure.
But then the pathway in my brain is going to get automatically easier to speak negatively. So I've got to train it and open the pathway for the good. So every day that I'm saying good words, I'm carving out that pathway in my brain to make it easier. So wow. I want to take ownership of, I'm struggling with this, and that's okay because this is for me to grow. So I just keep saying positive things. Positive, positive, positive. I talk to myself. I talk to my children. I voice note my friend. I just did this morning before I came. Like, it's really helping me. And once I was focusing on, I love cooking. I love cooking. I didn't really used to love cooking. And my daughter sat down for supper. She went, it was the same supper that was normal. She goes, Mommy, I don't normally like paragio. I love it today. And I was like, I love cooking. Thank you. And they picked up my energy. Now this sounds bizarre, right? Because this is her taste buds.
Right.
But I shifted something in me.
Right.
And she tasted different. Now you're going to think that's bizarre. But when you shift energy, people receive you differently. So I sent out that cooking with more love. And again, it sounds mad, but hey. And when I shift the beliefs in me, suddenly the doors are open to me. It's so fascinating. It's amazing. It's amazing. Because if I have a belief, so I used to have a belief, because I'm the youngest of my family, that, you'll understand when you're older, right? It's not for you. You're too young.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So I had this belief, a self-damaging belief of you're not good enough and you don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay. Like self-doubt, a lot of self-doubt.
Okay. Thank you. I had that belief. That was then. This is now. Mm-hmm. I send love to all of that. And then as I shifted that belief, suddenly I got loads of clients and more people asking me to do stuff. I did not advertise. I did nothing. I shifted my inner belief and that energetic energy the doors open and I was like, Hashem, this is amazing. The other day I was doing a session I took something on too much from someone else. Okay. It wasn't my place. You meant to hold space because there was something in me that I needed to work on.
Right, of course.
I worked through it. And when I let go, the mother messaged me going, I've got it. I've got this. And I was like, I stepped back. I trusted her. I gave her the space. And suddenly she's like, got it. And I was like, that's amazing.
That is so empowering.
It's so empowering when we shift our beliefs, which we all have, and it's okay because if I don't have that, I can't get to where I am.
100%. Yes.
All that was okay, and I had to have that, and that's fine. And it's easier for me to say, but some people have huge trauma. I'm not taking away from that. I'm not talking about stuff like that.
Right.
But when I own my beliefs and I switch them, I'm like, wait a minute, you think you're not good enough? Let's look at your light. What does your light say? And then you hear, you are good enough. Keep going. Keep trying. You do have gifts from Hashem. Again, and we open doorways.
I want to explore that some more because I think that's such a powerful concept. When you shift the way that you look at yourself, when you shift your limiting beliefs, when you shift your doubts, things open within you energetically, and the world responds to you differently. You didn't do anything. You didn't go anywhere. You didn't buy anything. Just you were in your house, and You
I
shifted
left my house.
yourself.
I changed my mindset. Like
Exactly.
one of my daughters, I just felt like I didn't have a healthy, strong connection with her.
Okay.
So I just kept saying, I'm connected to her in such a healthy, loving manner. And she's come up to me more, giving me hugs and kisses. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you, Hashem. So it's amazing. When I start shifting, you're going to see me differently.
Wow. Because you really, really honestly, when you do that, when you shift, you become the higher version of yourself. Like the
Yes,
next how you up
yes,
level
yes.
yourself.
And we are our soul. We are good enough. And not from
Yes.
ego, because it's from Hashem. So if I'm the mother of these children, clearly Hashem picked me out of the whole world to be their mother. Like if someone called you for a job and said, I searched the whole world and you were the most perfect, but you'd be like, oh, wow, that's so humbling. Thank
Right?
you. And Hashem from the whole world picked me to be the children, the mother of these children, or the daughter to my parents, or the
Right?
sister. And it's like, Hashem, you think of that about me? All right, I guess you know what you're talking about. So help me live up to it.
I can't even tell you how powerful it is. I can't even tell you how powerful it is.
I'm so blessed. You know how I learned all of this?
Tell me.
Well, a few years back, I had a tumor in my uterus. Thank God, all is good now. And one day, well, I thought I was in the best doctor's hands, so I relaxed. And I think I didn't really focus to Hashem because I was like, oh, I'm okay. So one day the doctor's like, we don't know what to do with you anymore. Chemo's not working. Do you maybe have a hysterectomy, but you'll still need chemo? We don't know what to do.
Okay.
And I just sat in the ward with the chemo dripping through me. And I said to my husband, I'm not here. I'm not answering one more time my name, my date of birth. I'm done. I took a clean sick bowl. I covered my face and I cried from the depth of me of despair. And then I was like, 1 minute, I have Hashem. I have Hashem.
Right.
And I was like, why am I waiting to go so low on oncology to find Hashem? And then my intuition was like, you got to connect to Hashem in your good times. Stop waiting to connect sitting here. So I try to every day to see the good. And as Henny Machlis Aleh Shalom said, she wrote in her book, Chicken Soup with Emunah, to do his bodhidas, connect to Hashem every day. So she introduces 2 minutes looking at the world, describing the world, 2 minutes thanking and 1 minute asking. So when I would do that, 2 minutes, I just look, wow, Hashem, the trees are so green, they're so luscious. You took a seed in the ground and it rotted, I'm expanded, like gravity's so amazing. Oh my goodness me. And our time in the beginning was really hard. And now, thank God, I'm much better at it. And then I go into thanking and then into asking. And I just made a space to find myself. And then, because I was not well, I went to speak to a spiritual healer.
Okay.
And I walked into her room like, ugh. And I left on a high. There was no medicine. There was nothing. She's just like, Hashem loves you. Feel it. And I was like, huh? I didn't know that concept. I didn't know the concept of feel.
Right.
Feel.
Right. A lot of us things are in our head.
Yes.
We're
It's
very
logic.
cognitive.
And the more logic, the less we're connected to our intuition.
Right.
And so through being not well, I had a session with her. And then a year later, I trained with her because it pushed me. Unfortunately, the being not well pushed me to be in tune with myself. After, not when I was going through, I was in freeze mode, and that was fine for then. But I only learned to come out of myself because of that push that I had.
That's what happens. A lot of times we're in that situation where our back is up against the wall. Like we have no choice. We either sink or swim, and those of us who are able to, rise up to Hashem and just really, really say, wait a minute, just pause, wait a minute. There's something higher than me, and just really connect to Hashem and to push our own negativity out of the way. I feel like sometimes we stand in our own way. We are our own worst enemies.
Yes. Again, and that's the yetzer hara. That's the dark side saying, no, you stay with me because you are so powerful. And if you just accessed your power, I'm going to lose you. But really, he's trying to push us to say, come on. I'm talking rubbish. Overpower me. And really, our yetzer hara, our negative, and whatever you want to call it, the dark side, our darkness, is only as strong as we give it.
We give it the power. Exactly.
Pop that balloon. Just pop the balloon. Just take control of your mind. And he'll be back. Don't worry. He will be back. And I'm going to pop that balloon again. And he's going to be so smart and manipulative that sometimes I would not even notice it's him because he's so sneaky.
So sneaky.
And 1 sec, you had me there. Let me get back on track. Get rid of that. So I've got to change my mindset because I can only think one thing at once. So as soon as I notice, hey, one sec, I lost control of my mind. Let me take reign again. That's when I'm going to take control of my mind. And all day we're trying to take control of our mind.
It
All
really is
day.
like a runaway train. Don't you feel like it's like a runaway
Yeah.
train? The
And I'm not
thoughts, they
running away on
go.
the train being driven by my yetzer hara, thank you. That's just ridiculous.
Right, right.
He's not worthy. And I do fall sometimes, and it's okay. I'm gonna get back on track. My track, not his track. I'm gonna get on my track.
Right, get on the right train, get on the Hashem train, get off the yetzer hara
Yeah.
train, get on the Hashem train.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he's just an illusion. He's just horrendous. He stinks. It's horrible. Make your own image of what he to you. That's just like, that's pathetic. Like, no.
And you know what? That brings up actually a really, really good question. For people who really like, they really struggle with this. They're in a
Yeah.
negative mindset all the time. How
Yeah.
do you, when you're thinking all those bad things, oh, I'm such a victim. He did this to me. Why does this always happen to me? Why me? Why always me? Oh, I can't do it. I'm not good enough. Like all those thoughts, that normal, natural thoughts.
And the
How do
more we
you
think them, the more it goes in our brain, though.
exactly this
The
more
more we become
stronger?
like that.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
It's super hard to then suddenly switch and be like, one sec. But as soon as you feel that opening, just grab it.
Okay.
Or put music on. Have something that picks you up.
Okay,
Music
that's
is a
key.
super good place to pick you up. Go draw, go run, go swim, go to the gym. Do something that takes you out of it. Not counterfeit pleasure of let's go to Prada and buy an expensive handbag, because that might only work for a short amount of time. I needed to be able to anchor me to then move on. Okay, I'm out that mindset. Let me grab onto it. Let me quickly go with it.
Right. It's about
I mean, if
getting
you
out
need
of
to
the mindset.
buy handbags, but it's not going to be long term.
Yeah, no, it's for sure, for sure. It's about getting out of the mindset as soon as you can, as soon as you like
Yeah.
possibly
And
can.
sometimes you need a friend to say, like, come on, you're more than this. Let's go.
Right. Right. Oh,
And
I
yeah,
love
and then
that.
when we're really deep in that abyss of the yetzer hara, we're really stuck, the dark depression, it's super hard to pull out.
Right.
Because the glow, the spark from the person has gone, you took them and it's just blank. And it is super hard.
And I would just want to point out that if it is super hard like that, if you go to a life coach or an energy healer or
Yes.
somebody to help you.
To guide you, to just be like, you're more than
Yes.
that. You're more
Yes.
than being stuck in that pit. Let's get you a ladder. Come on. And we use
100.
metaphors as well to help the person get out, because it's too painful. They've had so much pain that's holding them back. It's
Yeah.
just too painful. So we accept the pain and say, come on, how can we get her out? If you saw me in that pit, that's when we switch it. If you saw me in the pit, what are you going to do?
Right.
So
I'd throw you a
one
rope.
girl,
I'd like get a helicopter. I'd pull you
yes,
out. Yes. All
one
these
girl was
things.
like, so, we were doing a session. She goes, I'm sorry, you're in that pit. And walked off. I'm like, you're joking me. You're never going to walk past me. She's like, okay, you're right. Let's retrack. Let's go back. There's no time and space and energy. I'm in the pit. What are you going to do? She's like, all right, I'll give you my hand.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Find that way how we can just, definitely. People are there to guide us, because sometimes when we're darkened, we just need someone else's light to like just say, guide me, ignite, show me again that I have my light.
Right.
Definitely, yes.
And that's the power of the other. You know what I mean? We don't have to
Yes.
feel like we have to do it all ourselves. There are other people who can help us, who will help us, you know? We
Yeah,
just
we've
have
got to
to
make
reach
that
out.
first step. We want to make that step, because again, we
Yes.
have it in us.
Yes.
And our intuition will say, this, you need this person to help you this time, and I need this person. This time you need yourself. So we have to always hear her out and be like, what is it that I need? Hashem, please guide me. What is it? Send me to the right place. I beg you. Because there's so much out there. You don't know what's going to talk to you. Hashem, open the doorway for me. I want to get up from this. It's so hard. And I need you.
And he guides you. He guides you to the
He
people
does
who can
guide.
help you.
And the more you train yourself to hear that soft, fleeting thought, very soft, that's your intuition. And you'll know what's your yetzer hara, your dark side, when he's loud and he has many excuses. That is how you know that's your negative side. Because my softness, my intuition is so soft. It never shouts. It's just
No, it's very
grounded.
soft.
It's
Yeah.
calm. If you want to listen to me, listen. If you don't, it's your choice.
Right. Oh my gosh. So like transitioning just a little bit, because I know that you also work a lot with brides, you know, in the classes that you give with college before they get married. What do you share with them about the godliness specifically in their husband, right? This is like a woman who's about to get married. The godliness that a husband and a wife see in each other is very, very intimate. And unfortunately, not every wife sees that holy spark in her husband, and also vice versa. And sometimes after being married for so many years, having so many arguments and disagreements and differences, you know, and going through so many hardships, the wives lose sight of their husband's essence. So, what would you say specifically to wives about how they can maintain their connection to the knowledge that their husband has a piece of Hashem within him? This is something that is relevant for and true for newlyweds as well as women who have been married 10, 15, 20,
Yeah.
30 years, just so that they don't lose sight of how special and holy their husband, their Hassan, is at the core.
So we always teach and understand that your soul was one. That's how you could choose your husband. Like, it doesn't make any logical sense to pick a husband. It really doesn't.
Right, it's true.
What you're signing on your here, and I heard of someone say, like, you're gonna be buried next to this guy. Like, it doesn't make
Right.
sense. People spend longer choosing their wedding dress or bathroom tiles than the husband. "Oh, I met him. I just had a feeling." What do you mean you had a feeling? It's that your intuition, your neshama says, I know that soul.
Right.
I know it. So we were one soul. And it's to focus on we're a team. Because
Right.
if me and you are playing a game together and you stand on my foot, I'm going to be like, oh, that hurt. But I know you didn't aim to get me because we're on the same team. So
Right.
we try really focus on we're on the same team. Yes, I'm really hurt right now. And marriage can really hurt because after our own personal relationship between us and ourselves, the next point of working on ourselves is marriage. You have someone 24/7 who sees through all of you.
Right. Right. It's true,
And
right?
it's annoying and it's hard and you can't bluff it because it's in their face.
Right. Right.
Yes, again, also, I don't want to be married to someone who's a loser. And I don't always have to, if I'm always winning, then he's a loser. Like, I want to respect who I marry. So I want to
Right.
see him in the light that's good. So I try to do gratitude and I try to really see the good, the teeny little things. It's the little things that are. Oh, when you smiled at me, made me feel so good.
Aw.
You put the kid to bed tonight. That was the kid loved your time. Keep finding the nuggets of good. Because you really you don't want to be like, oh my gosh, I had that was a bad choice. Like, you don't want to think that by yourself. I mean, some people, it might not look, unless you're forced into marriage, normally our intuition guides us.
Right.
Some people's marriages for their soul last and some don't. And that's not for now, but that's their mission, is to see what they need to break free from. But if we're in it, we've got a choice. I'm either going to be miserable or I'm going to be super happy. I don't know about you, but I choose to be happy. I want to be that couple that's old and and you hold hands together and you're like, isn't he cute? It's the best thing I did. So you got to put the building blocks in.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to be annoyed because there's so much power in a marriage that there's going to be resistance. There's going to be so annoying. Some days you want to slam that door and walk out, maybe throw something before you leave. It's hard.
Yes.
But we're going to be mature. We're going to try find every day, focus on something good. And say it to him, say it to Hashem, find your way. How nice is it for your husband to say to you, love being married to you. Oh my gosh, you're such a drag. Like, God forbid. We will have days like that, but we try to pick up. So really to try focus on their good, because everyone has a spark. And the more I see it, like the more you saw your light, the bigger your light came.
Right.
The more I see my husband's light, the bigger his light.
Like
I'll see his light. I'll see it bigger.
Right.
So Hashem, help me focus on his good. Because some people might say, Hashem, I'm not seeing we're not talking about abusive husbands or anything like that. We're talking about our normal daily struggles of working on ourselves and being married, which is a huge opportunity to become more godly and better, because we've got to keep working on ourselves.
Always, every day.
Always, every day, every single day, until we die. Thank God, until we die.
It's true.
It's a privilege from Hashem to keep refining ourselves and refining, because it means we're worth it. If we're in a job and they say, you're not worth it anymore, but if they
You're fired, goodbye.
Let's see if we can promote you bigger. Let me see if you can prove it. So we keep going up to the next level. So it's really gifts. And sometimes it's super hard. It is hard.
It's always, but you know what?
To see his light and your light. Keep focusing together on your lights. Have date night. Go spend 10 minutes every day. Focus time. No phone, no nothing. Just sit eye to eye. How was your day? How nice to just do that. I don't talk about the bills because that doesn't connect.
No.
I don't talk about how the kids screen and smeared mayonnaise over the wall, because if you want to laugh, it can connect. But just take time to share from the depth of both of you. Just a few minutes, 10 minutes, focus time. It's not quality. It's not quantity, it's quality. So find things that are going to help you constantly connect, because you keep using petrol in your marriage. It doesn't just run on its own. We know what that looks like when you leave it to run on its own. So
yes.
Keep finding the good and find your things that connect you. Daily, we need connection.
Daily, right, exactly.
Daily.
And you know what what really resonated with me is when, when we did that experiment earlier, when I saw the light growing, like my own light growing, and then you just said, when you see the light in your husband, the more light you see, the more his light will grow. So in other words, the more good you see in your husband, the more good you will see. Like maybe you'll
Yeah.
see things that maybe you haven't noticed before, and maybe he's been doing them all along, and maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe the more that you point out his light, he'll start doing more. Like when you cooked for your daughter and you said, I love cooking, and you just shifted your mindset when you were cooking, her taste buds, which were the same. You didn't alter her taste buds.
That's
She just all of a
insane.
sudden liked your cooking.
Yeah.
So the same thing here, the same thing applies. The more good you see, the more good will come, is basically the principle. And
Yeah.
it's fascinating because it's all energy. Like you said at the beginning,
All
we are
energy.
all energetic beings. Everything's energy.
Can we take the experiment we did to another level with you now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so go back and see your light. Just relax a moment. Take a deep breath. See your light again. Own it. Breathe it in. Let it fill up your space that Hashem gave you, your body. Let it fill up with your divine light, which is connected to Hashem.
Hmm.
Let it fill your head, your heart, your lungs go down, solar plexus, your stomach, go down, down, your legs. Fill up yourself. And when you're full, radiate that out. And you're not losing of yourself, you're just a shining light. And now look at your husband when your light shines. And what do you see when you look at him? What do you get back?
It's very interesting. I see a glow. I see a glow off his face. Like I see my light glowing off his face.
Or is it a light that's touching his light and then he's glowing?
It could be that. Yeah, because I do. I see his face glowing. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I see. Yes. Mm-hmm.
And now bring him in with you together, as in because you're a team.
Right.
And as you glow with your light, Hashem's light, notice your children.
Yeah. I see white on them too. Yeah.
Yeah. And are they smiling or are they staying away from you?
So they were originally away, but they're coming closer.
Because when I open my doors, with light they come. And now look at the world with your light. What do you see when you look at the world with your light?
I see the beauty. I see trees. I see light. I see the sky. I see grass. I see bunnies. I like it's very
You
happy.
see good, yeah. Because you see what we feel, we get back. So just we have to keep practicing, knowing I'm good, I'm good. Now do one more. Put a veil over you, block all
Okay.
the light. Just put a veil.
Okay.
And now, when you look at your husband through your veil, how does he see you? What do you see?
It's black. Like all I see
Mm.
is black. I don't see
Does he
very
want to
much.
come towards you?
I look very scary. No.
And all he did was put a veil.
That's
What
it.
about when you look at your children and you've got that veil?
Yeah, no. Too much
Yeah.
darkness, too much black. Yeah.
And look at the world when you have your veil on.
Night. I see night. I see darkness, scary, unknown.
Quickly take that veil off. Take it off. Let your light shine from inwards to outwards and just run and either fly, be free. How do you want to express that feeling in you of, oh, I am so light. I am so blessed. I am so privileged. Do you want to sing? Do you want to dance? Do you want to run? Do you want to be?
I
Feel in
want to
your
run through a
body.
field. That's what I'm doing. I'm running through a
So
field in the
see her
sunshine.
running through a field and see if her children just see, run, feel what it means to know that you are light. Feels so good. Own it. Feel it in your
Yeah.
heart. Make that pathway in your brain bigger. So good to feel this. Hashem, thank you. And see if you can go one step deeper. Would you hear a song in the background or a pasuk? Would you hear something that you connect to?
So I hear birds chirping.
And birds are singing, right? They sing to Hashem. They chirp. There's purity there.
Yes.
Hold it in your heart and make it bigger and expand this feeling and send it out inwards and outwards.
It's such a beautiful, expansive feeling. Like I feel very, very expansive. I feel like I have what to give. I feel like I'm
Yeah.
radiating in this
Yeah.
state that I'm being.
Yeah. So we want to take that and every day remind ourselves, wow, I'm so blessed. Wow. I'm just so blessed. Hashem, you chose me to radiate through me. Oh my gosh. Hashem, wow. All I could do then is shine your light. That's all I could do.
That's exactly how I'm feeling. Like I'm shining light, like I have what to give. I don't feel depleted. I feel full. Like sometimes you feel depleted, you're overwhelmed, just like I have
Yeah.
nothing. So this feeling that I'm feeling now is 100% the opposite of that. I have,
100%,
come, let
yes.
me give to you. Let me.
Yeah. But again, if I'm empty, I'm going to rely on you to fill me up. and then it's gonna be really like the codependency is not gonna be it's not oiled well, and I'm gonna start resenting you. And why doesn't she give me enough? And you're gonna be like,
Right.
"Oh, it's so draining." But when I feel me, I can give, and I can also say to you, I need to go now. I can be so boundaried from a healthy place and be like, so I have to go do what I need to do now. I love spending time with you, and now, and you don't feel like, oh, why is she not? Oh, she gave it from her light, and how she receives it, it's how she receives it. But she'll probably receive it with light.
I think that's so fascinating because I think you just hit such a big nail on the head. Like a lot of times when we're around people, we want to take their energy, not in a mean way, not because we're bad people, but because we
Yes,
need it. We need it
yes,
ourselves, you know?
yes.
And that ends up draining the other person that you're taking from. And then they can never give you enough. Because we're like
Never.
never
Yes.
ending wells. We need,
Our husbands can never fill us up. We think we get
no,
married. Oh my
right,
gosh, he can never fill us up. I need to see my light. I need to hold that vessel, and he can top me up. He can
right,
show me, yeah, yeah. He can't fill me up. So when we
right.
rely on our husbands to know our needs before we do, please, do we really know our needs? No, we don't. And then we expect them to know our needs. If he loved me, he would know. He would have bought me those flowers.
Right.
We've got to laugh. So when I start filling me up, then he can top me up. So again, I talk to myself, Ruty, you're doing a good job. You're doing good. Yeah, you're a light. And I concentrate on, I'm just a pure light. I am a pure light. And I say it to myself every day, I am a pure light. And it will eventually, it will drip. And it has made the pathway. I'm so blessed to know all these tools that Hashem sent me along the way to just, and they're not deep, analytical, it's accessible because Hashem made his light accessible to everyone.
Right, right.
Just ask Hashem to open. Hashem, I want to access this. Help me.
And I think it's so powerful because I also want to like underscore this concept that we are a light. We have Hashem's light inside of us no matter what. It does you don't have to be a certain size or a certain weight or have a certain degrees or a certain
Yes.
profession or a certain popularity. There's no prerequisites. You don't have to say,
Yes.
okay, now I'm X and X, now I deserve it. No, you always deserve it no matter what.
Yes. And I deserve it just by being, because really, I don't deserve anything because I'm not really. If I'm going to do what we do in life, we weigh up. Okay, I give you £10, you owe me. So if I'm going to work like that with God, well, I'm going to be in the debt for like 1 trillion years because every millisecond I have so many blessings going on.
A hundred
So really,
percent.
when I know I don't deserve anything, Hashem, you're giving me just because. So I'm deserving
Right.
it just because I'm your daughter. Yeah, and
Right?
I don't. Yeah, and I'm just being. And it's so interesting because I had a belief that. So what I studied, you don't get like letters after your name. So one day I was a bit like, as my yetzer hara was like, oh, you don't really have any letters. No one's going to value what you do. So I did a session and I worked through it. That day, someone messaged me going, I don't know what you do, but you're the one. And I was like,
I mean, how specific can you get? I mean, that's like
yeah,
right
I'm like,
there.
oh
Oh my
my
gosh.
gosh, I shifted. And when I believed in myself, then people then pick up on it.
And they just came to you. No, like you didn't
Yes.
know this person. You just like did they just came to
Listen, and
you.
I was like, wow. And yeah, and the day when I shifted, I don't know if I told you, I think I might have got sidetracked. When I shifted the belief that I'm not good enough, that I'm the youngest,
Right.
that I suddenly got loads of, I said, yeah, I did. Suddenly it just came pouring in. And it was just like, whoa, when we open to be like, I'm so much more than my struggles. My struggles help me be who I am, but I am not my struggle.
You're
I am
not your
my light,
struggles, no.
and the struggle's going to push me to say, no, come on, we're not going to fall down. Let's get back up. Let's get back up. So it's okay to struggle. It's okay to be down, and then we pick her up.
I love what you said, and I'm going to say it again because I think it's so important. I'm not my struggles. I am my light.
I am my light. I am. And the more I believe I'm my light, the more my light's going to, I give it power. Like you said, when I said, you see your light, you went, oh, it got bigger.
Right.
It got bigger. Let's take it in and just, we should be blessed to just radiate. Know we're light and radiate that light. And a happy woman is so attractive.
It's true.
Happy woman. And a man actually once said to me, my wife is happy. It doesn't matter if she's thin or got her makeup on or what. He goes, when she's happy, it's just, wow, it's so welcoming.
It's so welcoming. It's so welcoming to our husbands. It's welcoming to our
Yeah, to our
children. It's welcoming to our
children, to people,
friends.
friends. Yeah.
Everybody. Everybody. Oh my gosh. We have like just a few more minutes, but I really I want to ask you this question because I love personal stories and I think they're just so powerful. I wanted to see if maybe you could please share with us a true story or two about someone who learn to see Hashem inside of themselves or in somebody else, and how that realization impacted them.
So yesterday I was doing a session with someone who she said she struggled with anxiety and then it would lead to depression.
Right.
So we were through the session, suddenly I just see these, like, when she's realizing she's a light, and she just went, her tears started falling down her face. And I went, and what is your light telling you? She's like, I'm good enough. I'm good enough. And she left the session, and it's just so beautiful. And I'm going to be that strong one to hold the space, but I just can't help it. My soul is touched, and they just sit there and they're just like tears of, or they sob from a place of like purity, like, oh my gosh, I am light. And it's just so beautiful to see it. And then when they go off, they radiate that. Or when someone comes who wants to leave her marriage, and her husband, she just thinks it's just not good, and she shifts herself, and then you see them interacting together, and it's just like, wow, she shifted. And her husband's seeing her shift, and they're each, because in a marriage, when one of you shifts, then it shifts the other energy as well. Like, again, it just, you're in sync, and it's just so humbling. And I'm so blessed to Hashem put me here to be able to facilitate like my own light, people's light, and then it spreads to their choice. It's such a blessing.
It's wow. It's amazing. It's so powerful once we realize that light inside of us. Like that's really, really the
Yeah.
bottom line. Everything else is just dirt. Like
Yeah.
archaeologists when they're digging in those sites and it's just dirt. It really is just dirt because what they're looking for, the dinosaur bones or any other artifact, they're deep in the ground. They're not on the surface, they're deep. And they're digging and they're dusting and they have those special brushes. And once they dust off and they get to that gold, the gold, it's not actual gold, but for them it's gold.
Yes.
It's like a piece of pottery that's like 5,000 years old, and they discover it.
And they enjoy the digging because they
Yes,
know they're getting somewhere. So when I have
exactly.
pain, I'm like, okay, let me work through it. And then you feel so
Yes,
satisfied that I just cleared out my vessel to let my light shine more. I just cleared away what's blocking my lamp and just clearing it. That's part of the process. We can't get to the treasure
right.
without the process. And the process is fine, and it's part of it, and it's okay.
100%. It's right, exactly. It's going through the process to get through the light. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So thank you. Thank you so much, Rebbetzin Ruty, for joining us on America's Top Rebbetzin. It was so beautiful to speak with you. And may Hashem watch over all the Jewish people, bring all the hostages back today, and give strength to all the IDF soldiers, including Eliezer Raphael Leib ben Nemuna, Ezrael Yedidia ben Sarabela, Gabriel Asher ben Chaim Yitzhak, and Gabriel Eitan ben Miriam Haya. Thank you so much
Amen.
again.
And thank you for the honor of sharing our light with each other. Thank you.
Of course, my pleasure.
Thank you.